Why don't turn back around and say it is me? Didn't you think that I could be something I'm not about to see? Wait for your approval, 3 hours traffic to something so unusual. And I know what I know when I know. Don't question.
Hello, it's Iona here for A.B.S. I'm here with singer-songwriter Rikette, and we're going to have a quick talk today about her music. How are you, Rikette?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you for asking. Firstly, I want you to tell me a bit about how you got involved in music and about your singing and songwriting.
Well, I'd say I first got involved in music from a really young age. My mum's a singer on the reggae scene. My dad was strict Rastafarian, so we had like very kind of roots reggae within the house. So I started in the studio at the age of 6, just doing backing vocaling for a couple of reggae underground artists.
Yeah.
And I just literally followed in my mum's footsteps and kind of went down the kind of reggae jazz kind of route. So that's where my first influences were, from my mum. And then through kind of listening to jazz and a bit of Barbra Streisand, quite random, but you know, a few of the greats as well, I developed my own kind of sound. I guess kind of in the beginning I was a little bit confused to who I was musically. Like I thought I wanted to be Mariah Carey at one point.
Everybody does.
Yeah, exactly, all the Whitney Houstons. But yeah, I guess I just came back down to earth and realised that my roots from my mum and my dad, and also through my own experimenting with music, such as with the jazz and also moving on to house music, just kind of defined where I am as an artist now, I would say.
And your sound now, where you've come to now, how would you describe your sound?
Oh, it's a bit of a bag of gems, that one. It's kind of, we like to call it urban alternative because you can't really put it into one genre. It's got your kind of scary kind of beats to a sense, and a bit of a jazz sound, as well as a little bit commercial pop in a sense, but more kind of urban alternative, I'd call it.
Okay. And what are you up? What's your most current music? What have you got out? What have you got coming up?
Well, we've done a series of releases over the past 6 months, so that's just been a few up and coming releases from our album, and then we'll be doing some gigging and go from there.
Okay. How do you feel about the current music industry? Do you feel like there's many artists like you in mainstream music, or do you think it would be difficult for you to break into that?
I personally think it might be a little bit more difficult for me to break in to the music industry with what I write about, because I don't stick to anything that you could really put, the strict rules of commercial music, and I'm not really into the whole verse, chorus, middle, eighth chorus. That's not how I write. I just go for what's organic and what's real to me, and so that's all I'm ever going to do. You know, I don't believe in kind of conforming to genres or to society or what you're supposed to be singing about or how you're supposed to look when you're singing it. I just do me, really.
Yeah, so. No, of course.
You filthy man, they say, go change your ways today. Won't you let me be? Leave me to go and be free. Why don't you just get a life? 'Cause you're wasting my time. No, don't you fade away, girl.
Could you tell me a bit about the creative process for you, from the idea for a song to actually getting it completed? Does it take a long time? Does it come instantly, or do you find it, a lengthy process to do that?
No, I find it comes naturally. It always has come naturally to release myself, whether it's been playing the violin, guitar, piano, or writing down lyrics. I just feel as though, for me personally, I need that kind of release. Working all the hours that God sends, you need some kind of release in life. So just being able to write it down, or just make something up, a little riff or whatever on the guitar or the piano, that's satisfying enough for me. So I have to do that. I get itchy fingers. So yeah.
And you mentioned your album's coming out. The piece as a whole, What would you say it expresses about you for, you know, the whole collection? What does it say about you? What does the album express? What does it explore?
It explores me as a person, and that's like 12 different personalities into one person. So it definitely explores me in my highest point, in my lowest point, and my past and what I want for my future. It's all really in there. I try not to touch too much on depressing things that have happened in my life, because I feel, for me personally, once I've gotten over something, I leave it there and then kind of go forward. So I try not to do too much of like the depressing
So
things.
It's quite upbeat.
Yeah, I would say it's quite upbeat. With some of them can be quite down, but yeah, no, fairly upbeat.
So apart from your gigging and your album coming out, what else do you see in the future for your music career? What would you like to achieve apart from that?
Do you know what? Just having a regular spot once a week with a band performing would be amazing for me. I don't define my success by record sales or how many Twitter followers I've got. I think I've got 12. I don't actually know, but I couldn't really care less, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care for the whole kind of fame or, you know, getting on the front of Now magazine or whatever. That's not really my cup of tea. Just to be able to, you know, release my tensions and things that are going on in my life through music, that's enough for me. I could work 40 hours a week in a day job just as long as I've got those hours. Or,
and you can get it out there.
Yeah, exactly. If I don't, I'll lose the plot, literally. Yeah, climbing the walls. Yeah, so it has to be done.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you think you'll always be doing music, even if you did go and get, you know, a normal job, you would always have that part as part of your life?
100%. My mum's been performing on the reggae since I was born, and she's still doing it in her 40s. Sorry, mum. In her 40s, and she's still doing it, and she's about to release her album too. So I'll keep doing it until the day I die. As cheesy as it sounds, but I'll continue doing it, because how else will I release everything that's going on? You know what I mean? I need some kind of release. So, yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Rikette. It's great to speak to you.
You too. We shouldn't think this could be trying to make this misery into love. Our hearts misleading happy. Why tell me lies? Your sacrifice, this great disguise, is not worthy of this love. Our love misleading happy. Those silly games, some Janet K. Every time I hear your name, oh, the pain, my pain, just eats me away. A crippled haze, blindness fades. Regain your faith to overcome your loss. They're lost, misleading happy. Those silly games, some Janet K. Every time I hear your name, oh, the pain, my pain, just eats me away. I used to think this can never happen to me. Really didn't think that I could fall out of love. Our love misleading happy. Those silly games. Janet K. Oh, the pain, my pain, just eats me away.